Salutations, everybody. It is Matt. Hold on. I just saw my mane in the camera. This thing needs to be tamed. I picked the wrong time to grow out the hair because this whole virus shit happened and now I can't get a haircut, and so I kind of look like that guy from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Probably a couple of months later, I'll end up achieving the look of caveman because I've been locked in my house for so long. All right, what's going on, everybody? It is Matty here. I hope you're all doing fantastic. There wasn't really much news that caught my attention today, so I thought I'd have a long overdue conversation. I get this comment a lot. I get this question a lot. Matty, why do you cover Fallout 76? So I thought today, while news is slow, that I would finally answer that question for you fine folks. What you're going to get in this video is not only a good look at the vision for my channel and how I operate around here, but also I get to shut a lot of people up, so hey, that's great. Now, I'm not a numbers-driven channel. Like, I don't look at the views and go like, okay, we've got to do that. I'm very interest-driven, passion-driven, and I think what I'm going to show you throughout this video will supplement that. But I wanted to start off with the analytics because the number one claim I get when it comes to talking about Fallout 76 is I love the hate clicks. I get so much money, bags of cash. I'm sitting here like Scrooge McFrickin' Duck with tons of money because I talk about Fallout 76 and every controversy that rolls by. So I went straight into the YouTube numbers and I got 3 different pictures to show you guys. Let's start off with just 2019, right? Overall, the top 9 videos from 2019 entirely, which is significant because I upload content every single day. So within my top 5, you will see an arrangement of Borderlands 3 and The Outer Worlds. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a Borderlands 3 channel. I was ready to be a Borderlands 3 channel, but as far as I'm concerned, I didn't really think the game was very good. Hence what I was saying about interest-driven, passion-driven. The numbers are there. I was getting tons of views on Borderlands content, but I thought the game kind of sucked. Not gameplay-wise, just story. It's not until number 6 that we have a Bethesda-related piece of content with the Fallout First controversy. I sort of view Fallout First as a separate entity from Fallout 76 because it was more so a component to an existing problem, and I sort of flipped out on that video, so I kind of expected that to do good. But now let's go to 2018, the entirety of 2018. What were my top 10 videos then? Well, number 1 was the most viewed video on my channel, which was, in fact, my Fallout 76 impressions from the preview event that Bethesda invited me to at the Greenbrier. After that, it is an assortment of Bethesda content, whether it's a meme video that I uploaded in 2015, which blows my mind. You're also going to see a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance, Cyberpunk, top 5 videos, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. There's a really large assortment there. But when it comes to a launch year for a Bethesda Game Studios title as a predominantly at that time Bethesda channel, note that the only video that ranked in my top 10 was the one where I got my hands-on impression, and we can sort of see a testament to that coverage when we look at just this month alone, March. In March, once again, number 1 is a 76 video, but it's just a hands-on impression, right? Like, I got to play something that people were very curious about, and you can see that people like that type of content on my channel. With Wasteland 3 was another game I got hands-on impressions for, but also there's a huge assortment of different types of content here that rank in my top 9 videos, whether it's State of Decay 2, Destroy All Humans Remake, Divinity Original Sin 2, Baldur's Gate 3, E3 2020. And so once again here, 76 was at number 1, but it was hands-on impressions. It was genuine coverage. It wasn't these hate pieces, these news bits that I do every now and then that get like 10,000 to 20,000 views. And so what I wanted to accomplish by showing people these numbers, whether it was 2 years ago, a year ago, and the entire range of those said years, or just this month alone, that it's not like 76 is dominating my channel. And I take a lot of pride in that I'm able to switch up the conversation and talk about State of Decay one week and then talk about Destroy All Humans another week. And because I played them and people value my opinion to some extent, that it finds an audience. I take a lot of pride in being able to just flexibly create and talk about what I want. And while it's sort of stagnated my subscriber growth because I just ebb and flow to whatever interests me, I believe it's a good way to build up who I am. And when you subscribe, you know, you're subscribing to Matty the gamer who just loves video games, right? Like, you're gonna get me talking about tons of games, but I have my own niche in the terms of RPGs, which is why it surprises me when you see a game like Destroy All Humans do so well on the channel, because it's like, what? Like, I love Pandemic and people know that, but I don't think it's that widely known. So it's that type of stuff that makes me really happy as a content creator, but more to my point, showcases that I don't need to do hate click videos for Fallout 76 to supplement this paycheck that people have accused me of. But it's not all about the money, and I do agree with that. I think you need passion in this line of work. You can't just hop into it for a paycheck. I've told so many people who have asked me, how'd you get started? I'm like, you gotta love what you do first and foremost, because it takes a lot of patience and a lot of time being dedicated to the craft. But with that said, fanboyism exists, and a lot of people have referred to me as a Bethesda fanboy. And when I cover Fallout 76 and all its controversies and whatnot, it's because I'm still holding on. So this is one that has kind of baffled me, right? Because I have for years not been a exclusive Bethesda channel. Like, I've done reviews, previews, discussions on a whole range of topics and games on the channel. And so when people try to tell me that a healthy Bethesda dictates the success of my channel, it kind of blows my mind, because even when I look at 2015, the year Fallout 4 came out, and it was the year that my channel really took its first big leap in the terms of growth and I established an audience there, I still did not have nearly as much success as I do now. I'm a little more financially comfortable than I was back then. Year over year since 2015, each time my viewership has gone up, my interactions have gone up, my watch time has gone up, and I'm really proud of that, because it shows that I've sort of identified what my audience wants, and I've tried to give you guys more of that type of stuff you're enjoying, but also keeping it authentic. It may not lead to this huge surge in subscribers. I don't think I'll touch 1 million subscribers, not because I don't believe in myself. I think I'm more than capable of it, but I just think because of how I run my channel, I don't chase trends. I like to talk about niche things. I'm an adorer of knickknacks and like underappreciated titles, and I always want to give them their limelight, and maybe one day that will find a very large audience. But this idea that Bethesda has to be healthy for me to have a healthy living, I gotta break it to people, really honestly. Like, my goal here has not been and never will be to be rich. Like, I just want to live somewhat comfortably and enjoy my work, because I think more importantly, a healthy Matty is a healthy channel. If I enjoy what I'm doing, then it will be enjoyable for everybody, and we can all have a merry good time here. But when Bethesda's thriving, I mean, that's good for Bethesda. And I, as a fan of their games, I love Dishonored, I love Doom, I love Prey, I love Fallout, of course, Elder Scrolls. I mean, there's so many games that come to mind immediately. I love ESO. I mean, they make a lot of good games. And so if they are healthy, that's great, because I cover their games. I like to talk about their games, but that doesn't dictate my career. Now, this does bring me to my third and final point, which is about how, while I don't play and really like Fallout 76, my dislike of the game will never override a lot of the enjoyment that Bethesda has brought me. So while 76 is not the brightest spot of Bethesda when you compare it to Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3, Skyrim, Fallout 4, all games that I personally think are really good, it doesn't mean that I dislike 76 so much that all that history, all those games that I've grown up loving, that I've spent time studying, that I'm just going to not talk about what the good and bad of the company is currently doing now. Because I also believe that when you look at Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, and even Fallout 76 Wastelanders, that there is a chance for Bethesda to bounce back. We've now seen with Doom Eternal, they're capable of publishing a very good game, it seems. I'm looking forward to finally diving into that this weekend. But more importantly, just like we'll say with BioWare, right? I still talk about BioWare related news, from Anthem occasionally to, more importantly, Dragon Age, Mass Effect returning, because I love that series, what they've built. And while the company may be a shell of its former self, I still find the conversation inherently more interesting. What is new BioWare going to do with these long-standing incredible franchises from their golden era, right? Like, for me, I don't really think Dragon Age is all that great outside of Origins, but if, for example, BioWare came out and announced Dragon Age 4 tomorrow officially and put a new trailer out and everything, I'd be right on top of it, because I love Dragon Age. And while I'm not a fan of the BioWare nowadays, I do want to have that semblance of faith and optimism and positivity to say maybe they do have a shot to bounce back. Some may call that foolish, and I respect that. I understand that. I just feel that it's a good mentality to have for your channel. I don't want to be known as Mr. Negative, as Mr. Hate Clicker, because that's an awful way to grow your fan base. And there have been times, of course, like we'll bring up the Fallout First controversy, I've been pissed And naturally, we could call that a hate click, but it's once again the authenticity I spoke of earlier. Like, I legitimately didn't like it, and you could sort of see it written on my face. I'm not a good actor, which kind of sucks because I want to do voice acting. I want to do, at one point, like indie wrestling. Like, I have all these crazy ambitious goals that involve acting, so maybe acting school has to be up my alley at one point or another. But when it comes to the YouTube career side of things, not knowing how to act that well has really benefited me. So with all that in mind, I don't know, maybe it's a pointless video to make for some, but I thought maybe it would be interesting for those who don't question it, just to see how I operate my channel, and for those who do question it, to finally have their answer. I'm not looking to really justify anything, but more so to just provide an explanation, because I get the comments so much about it that eventually I just was like, I need to make a video so when someone asks me the question, I can just link this one and just be like, okay, here, I'm not writing anything, I'm not debating, I'm not explaining. There is literally a video with my thoughts and opinions on that very topic for you to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed what was a rambly, strange inside baseball kind of video about the channel, but still I thought it was kind of fun to talk about and show you guys, because I believe in the long burn with videos, or rather the slow burn, sorry, where when I post something, I don't look for that immediate like 50,000 views in the first 2 days and the video stops doing things after that. You'll note some of my videos when it comes to March were actually videos that came out earlier on, like Divinity Original Sin 2 review was in 2019, so was How Bethesda Fell from Grace, and those are some of my top videos in this month. And when you create videos in that scope, it puts less pressure on you to make something that pops off every single day, because you can rely on your older content to do the talking for you, to have people discover your channel for the first time. And I think that's ultimately really important. So hopefully maybe you also learned something if you're an aspiring content creator, and I'll leave you guys with this video. So if you have any comments, questions, fire away. Like I said, I've been more active because we've had more free time, so let me know, and I'll talk with all of you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.